Razer BlackShark V2X gaming headset. So you're looking for a new headset to complete that gaming system setup? You're looking into this headset? Maybe it's right for you or not. In today's video, we will be taking it out of the box and running down through the specs to see if it's right for your gaming setup or not. There will be timestamps in the description below, so certain clicks you'd like to jump to, you're more than welcome to do so. Some other links down that may interest you. Don't get you all that fun YouTube stuff on your way down that description box. I'm going to start out by saying I am no audiophilist. I don't spend a whole lot of time or focus on my audio for my setup. So this is going to be an average user experience with it. An opinion on the headset after a few months of use. Let's flip you over, we'll take this out of the box and run down through the specs. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start pulling this thing out of the box. I'll cut the tape off the camera just so you don't have to watch me do that part of it. Lift it up here, flap up, right there on top. Unlock your headset's full potential now. By reading a review on these, you have to scrape this off and put this code in when you download the software to be able to actually use these things. Of course, it is a Razer product, so you will have to use the Razer software. What else do we got here? We have some kind of information guide on it. Tells you all about it, I guess. Tells you what the buttons do and all that good happy stuff. Okay, and we'll pull the box out here like so. And this box should be empty. Put a dunk down in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that box is empty. Decent little foam filling bag, actually. Pretty nice. Looks like they did pretty good on the packing of it. Got a little piece of foam in there, and I believe that's about it for this. I don't think there's gonna be anything else in the box. Nope, nothing else in the box. So everything that we should need should be in this bag with the headset itself. Go ahead and get these pulled out of the bag here. Pull them out of the bag. Look like a couple other little foam bags down in there. I don't know if you can see down in there or not, but the bag's empty. What we got here? Alright, we got some cables. A little storage bag comes with them. I guess that way you can keep them protected when you're not using them if you don't want to hang them up someplace. Got a little bit of silicone gel with there to help keep the moisture out of them. I'm assuming in this little bag we're going to have the microphone because it's attached to the headset here. Let's pull that out. Something else left in the bag. That's the windsock. Windsock for the microphone. They did want to come out apparently. Come down here and pull this little bag here off the cable. As you can tell, these are a wired set of headphones. Looks like a splitter cable there. They do run off of a 3.5mm jack. Looks like they do give you a splitter cable with them to go from 1 to 2. Looks like your standard 3.5mm cable to me. It is like a rubberized feel to it. It's like it's made out of rubber, or at least the outer coating is made out of rubber. The end piece that actually goes into your computer, it actually feels rubberized as well instead of plastic. It's pretty nice. There's your bendable microphone. It is not, you cannot remove the microphone. It is built in. There's your volume knob for your headphones if you want to make it quieter or louder noise sound. They are a closed back system. That is a hard plastic. You do have a little bit of a Razer logo there, but it's kind of nice because they blacked it out instead of making it green. You do have a little bit of green accents on it, like the cable's green. Got a little bit of a green accent here around the power button. And the power button feels pretty good. Feels like it should hold up fairly well. And you see a little bit of the cables coming out of the headrest here. It comes down into the headphones, which is also green. And they're going to have a little bit of play. I'm a little bit of slack because it makes them adjustable. They do adjust. They're all right for the adjustments on them. I mean, it ain't a real, you don't have to put a whole lot of pressure, but it feels like it should be enough pressure to hold them in spot for you. Cushions on them, they are a memory foam cushion. As far as the pads go here, they say they are a lightweight design memory foam air cushion, oval cooling gel infused cushion that prevents overheating and pressure buildup. They do feel pretty nice. The headband on them feels pretty strong. I mean, it feels like there is some pressure to them, but they ain't really over pressure. That should be pretty comfortable to wear. Seems like got decent padding in there. I'm assuming the padding on the headrest would be the same as on the earphones. Do have a little bit of a Razer logo there again. That's blacked out instead of being green. It's just nice. I don't know, maybe that green would bother you, maybe it wouldn't. It ain't too big of a deal to me. Like I said, it does come with a 3.5mm standard cable for your audio. Alright, by looking on the box, these are compatible with a PC, a Mac, PlayStation 4, a Switch, an Xbox One, and a smartphone. I want to say it'll probably be pretty good for anything that has a 3.5 jack on it. I mean, if it hooks up to a smartphone, anything that's got 3.5, it should be alright. Imagine that. They also include a few Go Faster stickers for the Razer design. You know, you put them on your case, it makes your system play games faster, right? Gives you more faster in your gameplay. Guess it's an alright thing. They include those. Okay, as far as some of the specs I can find on these, it is a 7.1 surround sound, capable stereo. They do have a 50mm driver. The set I got here is the classic black, and by reading the notes here that's on the website for them, you can only get the surround sound if you're running Windows 10 64-bit operating system, which I don't know if that's going to be exactly true or not. With Windows 11 out and whatnot, I'm sure it'll pair up with that as well. It's got Triforce titanium 50mm high-end sound driver, outfitted with a cutting-edge 50mm driver divided into 3 ports for individual tuning and high, mids, and lows. Like I said, they do feel pretty light. They're pretty. They feel like it shouldn't be too much of a bearing on wearing them for long periods of time. They do seem to be pretty light in the hand. The microphone, it is a noise isolated microphone. Improved cardio mic, reduces background and ambient noises for crystal clear communication. Looking on Razer website, they're only 0.53 of a pound, so they are pretty light. It should be pretty easy to wear for long periods of time at that weight. Shouldn't be too hard on your neck or on your head to wear them for long periods of time. Let me get reset up here and I'll give you my final thoughts on it and what I think about the product. Alright, so we took it out of the box, we ran down to the specs. Let's see what they're going for today. Here we go. We're on Newegg here in the US. They are going for $59.99, which that is the going rate for this headset. They're about a $60 headset. They really ain't a budget headset, but they ain't really expensive headset either. Keep this in mind that this is filmed at the end of June of 2022. So if you're watching this in the future, these prices may vary. But Amazon's got them on sale right now for $39.99. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am no audiophilist. I pretty well just do with what I have. I don't spend a whole lot of time, we'll focus a whole lot on my audio. And nobody sent me this product, so this is an honest review from an honest user after a couple months of use. I have used them up to 4 or 5 hours a day. I try not to use them more than that, but that's just a personal opinion. I think you'd be fine if you want to use them for longer than that. But here we are. They do have a pretty simple look to them. They are all black. The only real green accents you really have on them is the wires on them. But other than that, they're pretty well all black. Construction of them, they do seem to be pretty thick plastic. Even the adjustments on them here that come up off the ear cup is plastic. It has metal that goes down through them. And over the last couple months, I've had no problem with these. I do have a little bit bigger head than most people, so I do have to have them adjusted all the way out for my head size. But I have played with them, and they seem to be holding up good. You do have the padding inside of the part of the headband that touches your head, which is pretty nice. They are a closed back system, so there ain't no holes or nothing in the back, which brought 2 things to my mind. Number 1 was the isolation of it, where you couldn't really tell what was going on in your room. And they do a pretty good job of blocking it out, but it does let some through, which I like. And my other one was the heat. A lot of the cheaper headsets and whatnot, after wearing them for some time, you know, your ears get hot, they start sweating. With these, I didn't seem to have that issue with them. So that's pretty good points in my opinion. They do say on the website they cancel out all the exterior noise, which ain't exactly true. You can still kind of hear what's going on in the room around you a little bit. The little volume button over here, that is a volume button for the headset. That does not control the mic volume. Kind of a plastic. You know, I don't use it a whole lot, but it seems to be holding up pretty good. The mic on it, it is not detachable mic. It is built into the headset. Some people may like that. Some people may want a removable mic, but for a $60 headset, you know, you can't have everything. But I'm all right with that. It is a $60 headset, so if you bend it up, it don't mute it or nothing like that, like the more premium headsets. But then again, to get that kind of feature, you're looking at $100 plus for a headset. So I'm pretty happy with them, but I had no problem with them. They adjusted down to be where I needed them to be. They held on my head fairly well. You know, even when I was moving my head around a lot and whatnot, I had no problem with them staying in the spot, which with a lot of cheaper headsets, you'll run into that issue where you move your head, they like to move around. But with that being said, the clamping force of these, you know, they don't put a whole lot of pressure on your head. They're fairly light. They're less than, you know, just a little over half a pound in weight. They're pretty comfortable to use. The clamping pressure on the head seems to be just about right where it holds them in spot, but you don't get no sore spots or anything around your ears where they're clamping too tight, which is pretty nice. Like I showed you earlier, the cable, it is kind of a rubberized cable, which I think they do this for console gamers, but the cable that comes off of the headset here ain't very long. It's fairly short. See if I can get it all in the frame there for you. I think they do this for the console gamer because they do now have the jacks on the controller where you can plug in your headset. So if you're going to be using a PC or you're going to be plugging it straight into your console, you'll want to use the extension cable that they provide you with, which it does take the one 3.5 millimeter and turn it into two. It is a 3.5 millimeter jack. If you want USB or you need USB connection, you may want to look at another headset, or if you're still like to have this headset, you could always buy you a 3.5 millimeter adapter into USB. That way you can use them for USB if you want to. But I'm pretty happy with my purchase of them. Like I said, I did buy these out of pocket. I buy everything out of pocket so I can give you guys a fair review and my fair opinion on them. They really ain't a budget headset for $60, but I think you get pretty good quality. You get pretty good sound out of them. To use the surround sound, you do have to download a piece of Razer software that runs in the background. They don't use up a whole lot of computer resources. I don't see a whole big problem with it, but I know some people don't like downloading software. But the software that you download for this surround sound on these, I think is well worth it. The surround sound works very well. While you got the surround sound active and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, you know, while you're in your games or whatnot, you can tell which side the enemy is coming from. You can tell which way the gunshot is coming from. It does a very good job for the surround sound feature that comes with the headset. So I think that software is very well worth the few seconds it takes to download. It ain't a very big file. And to get the max out of these headsets, you need that software. I think to spend the $60 on this headset, you do very well for yourself. I think you'll be happy with the construction on them. I think you'll be happy with the sound that they produce. I'm going to put some audio tracks in this video, showing you what the audio sounds like out of them, shows you what the microphone sounds like out of. But when you do video, there's a lot of compression and decompression, and then it depends on the speakers that you're listening to the video out of. You know, there's a lot of variables in there where you may not actually hear what you think you are hearing at the time. So I didn't put no audio clips in here. The microphone, I'd say it's probably about average, maybe a little bit better than average of what you would get on any other $60 headset. $60 for this headset, I think it's a very good buy. If you'd like to pick one of these up, there'll be links in the description below. There's some other links down there that may interest you. Don't forget to do all that fun YouTube stuff. You all have a good day. I'll see you in the next video or live stream.